After the Sabbath, as the first day of the week was dawning, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to see the tomb. And suddenly there was a great earthquake, for an angel of the Lord, descending from heaven, came and rolled back the stone and sat on it. His appearance was like lightning, and his clothing white as snow. For fear of him, the guards shook and became like dead men. But the angel said to the women, "Don't be afraid. I know that you are looking for Jesus who was crucified. He is not here, for he has been raised, as he said. Come, see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples, he has been raised from the dead, and indeed he is going ahead of you to Galilee. There you will see him. This is my message for you." So they left the tomb quickly with fear and great joy, and ran to tell his disciples. Suddenly Jesus met them and said, "Greetings." And they came to him, took hold of his feet and worshipped him. Then Jesus said to them, "Do not be afraid. Go and tell my brothers to go to Galilee, for there they will see me." Some churches have wondered if they shouldn't postpone Easter until life is back to normal. They say, how can we celebrate when society is in lockdown? But no, we can't and we shouldn't delay Easter until things are fine and hunky-dory. Because today, this Easter, this year, is about discovering what the resurrection means in a world that's struggling and suffering. The disciples were struggling. Jesus' death meant that their world had fallen apart. And it was the women who braved a visit to the tomb, only to discover that Jesus wasn't there. It was the angel who had told them, "He is risen." And that's what Easter's about. Because in a world of pain and suffering, the news of Easter is that there is hope. In a world where there's sickness and grief, the news of Easter is that there is life. In a world of fear and isolation, the news of Easter is that there is love. The two Marys didn't know it. The disciples had no idea of what would happen, even though Jesus had told them again and again that he would die and on the third day he would be raised. In fact, they had to see it for themselves, as the Gospels record that Jesus appeared to them time and time again. And so they went forth in the face of opposition and persecution, and the church was born. And the rest, they say, is history. Some would say that we're living in a Good Friday world, but I'm not so sure, because there are signs of Easter in it. There are acts of love and kindness, signs of hope and life. Because Easter is there when the country stands to applaud those who serve. Easter is there when a lonely person is phoned or contacted. Easter is there when a key worker is ushered to the front of a queue at a supermarket. Easter is there when two strangers share a smile or a wave from a safe distance. Where will you see Easter this week? Look out with your eyes, listen out with your ears, and give thanks for it. And where will you be Easter this week? For if our faith in the risen Christ means anything, it means that we're called to live out our lives as Easter people in a world that needs love, compassion, and hope. And it needs it now more than ever. The ancient Easter greeting is, "Alleluia, Christ is risen," to which the reply is, "He is risen indeed. Alleluia." May our words, may our behaviour, may our actions bear witness to that He is risen indeed. Alleluia. And a prayer. Jesus Christ, we greet you. Your hands still have holes in them. Your feet are wet from the dew. And with the memory of our names undimmed by 3 days of death, you meet us risen from the grave. We fail to understand how. We puzzle at the reason why. But you have come, not to answer our questions, but to show us your face. For you are alive, and the world can rejoice. Alleluia. Amen.